Hey everyone, so in today's video I will be talking about FAMU's reopening plan. So I will be going through major points that FAMU has put into place for the upcoming fall semester. So if you are an incoming freshman at FAMU, or you're a FAMU student in general, or you're just clicked on this video just to see my face, make sure you keep watching. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. At the beginning of the summer, we really didn't know what FAMU was going to do in regards to opening in the fall. I had seen other universities starting to build a plan, but FAMU was kind of lagging behind, dragging their feet just a bit. I still have seen plenty of students posting that they're going to FAMU, so shout out to you guys, and you're still coming even though things will be different. So FAMU had drafted a plan and the Board of Trustees approved it on either June 3rd or 4th. And just yesterday, today is Wednesday, June 24th, and yesterday the plan was approved by the Florida governors. They approved all the university plans for the state of Florida. And so what that means is basically all the guidelines that the Board of Trustees initially approved has been approved on the next level. So that's the final plan. I'm not sure if there will be additional changes, but this is the plan so far. So the university does have a website. It's famu.edu/coronavirus/reopening, and there is a 26-page document with all types of information. I'm looking at my laptop as I'm talking just because I am looking at the document. This reopening plan goes into detail from employees, students, to on-campus, off-campus, university events, campus visits, student support services, and new student orientation. This goes into everything. Actually, I haven't read this whole document, but they did send out an email which summarized the major points. So I'm going to go to this email and just talk about the major points. And then if you want to read in detail, which I will be reading in detail after this video, the 26-page document, and I can leave the link below if you're interested in reading every single thing. Some people don't feel the same, but I feel happy that the university is making plans to reopen. This is an unfortunate situation and none of us planned for this to happen, and I feel like FAMU is definitely making the best that they can out of it. So the first part of the plan is that workers are being phased in, and that started June 15th. That doesn't really have anything to do with students, but it is important to note the people working at our institution are not putting us at risk for catching the virus. They do daily temperatures, they monitor the employees, and their mandatory face masks on campus. Now, that's good that they phased them back in so that they can monitor everyone. It says that the university has purchased handheld thermometers to use throughout the main and satellite campuses. The class sizes will be smaller to accommodate social distancing. The university plans to extend the daily and weekend class schedule, which will include hybrid offerings, in-person and online courses. On the town hall meeting that we had, FAMU administrators did talk about how they were going to put a list of classes that were going to be held online or in person. Actually, yesterday they updated iRattler, which showed if your class is going to be remote or in person. So that has been up to date, which they did an awesome job about getting that out so people would know, because they told us on the town hall that it wouldn't be ready till about July, and I was starting to feel a little iffy about that because arrangements need to be made if I need to come back to campus. I'm glad that they've updated the system. So they were really quick on letting us know it was within the same day as the plan was approved and that we knew what our classes would be. For students who are living on campus in August, there will be a phased 10-day move-in for resident halls instead of the usual 2 or 3 day process. If you're living on campus, you will have a single room. So all the dorms that are doubles are no longer doubles. They're making it so that everyone has their own room. I don't know exactly how they're doing community style bathrooms. I heard that they're doing scheduled shower times, which I think is outrageous. So I feel like they should have a number of people who can be in the restrooms and the showers at a time. And I feel like that the cleaning of the showers and the bathrooms should be heightened. So if they normally clean them every 3 hours, they need to be cleaned every hour. And I think that would be better and would allow students to have more of a regular experience in the community bathroom than like having mandatory shower times. And honestly, that sounds like prison to me. So I wouldn't want to live in the dorm if that was a part of the plan. Also, freshmen are allowed to bring their cars to campus, but they do have to be registered, which I don't know why they let freshmen do that. I guess if there's like another outbreak and everyone needs to get home, I can understand that. To the next part, hopefully I'm not going through this too fast. I just want to highlight everything. The students will not return to campus after Thanksgiving break. This is a major point if you're an out-of-state student, and I did make an out-of-state student video just giving advice, tips, and tricks. So this for me is something that I'm kind of questioning because they're making final exams online, and I don't know how I feel about it now. I guess maybe I'll see when I take my courses, because I just feel iffy about all of this because I'm starting to take my upper level courses like physics and ecology and genetics and all that, and I just wanted the in-person experience. I guess they're going to devise another plan when it comes time for the spring. I don't think that the administration is so worried about the spring right now. I feel like they're really just trying to get us in for the fall and just see how everything's going to work out for that. Priority is safety and well-being of everyone. Okay, so facilities will be cleaned. They talked about how there's going to be a deep cleaning of facility, which I think is great and it's very much needed. I wouldn't feel comfortable if that wasn't a part of the plan. So I'm glad that FAMU is taking the measures to clean our facilities, clean our university. So I hope that they also implement keeping up with the maintenance. I feel like daily cleaning needs to be done, honestly. But then again, there are going to be minimal students on campus. Places that have the most traffic should be cleaned most often. Classroom capacity is critical in determining how many face-to-face classes can be offered. After hearing the plan was approved yesterday and seeing people talk about how they have majority online courses for the fall, this makes me think that based off the size of the classrooms, they weren't able to fit as many people with the 6 feet regulation. And so that's why I feel like majority of the classes are online for most people, because the classrooms are so small and they want to still keep the same, they want to keep the enrollment in the classes, but they also have to maintain the social distancing. So that's why they opted to make most of the courses online, which makes sense. If it doesn't work out, if we physically can't be in the classroom but we can still have the course online and it'll still be the best course that it can be, then I have no problem with that. To facilitate maximum usage of limited number of classrooms that can accommodate social distancing, the normal range of class times will be extended beyond 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, including weekends, and I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I feel like that's a punishment. I feel like having class on weekend is a punishment because we didn't ask for the coronavirus. So I don't think that they should extend operations to the weekend. And I feel like professors already make stuff due on the weekend, which I think is crazy. After 5 p.m., I could see it. That way there won't be so many people on campus, because boy, let me tell you, between like 12 and 2 p.m., Chick-fil-A used to be jumping. Student and employee return kits. So employees are required to use face coverings when at work, around individuals, or in common spaces. Employees will receive 1 disposable, 2 reusable face cloth coverings upon their return to work, and employees may use their own comparable face coverings. Employees will also receive 2 personalized hand sanitizers that will be refilled at stations around campus. 1 container of hand sanitizer will be provided in each office suite. Students also get the reusable face coverings as well as the 1 disposable. Sure about the hand sanitizer? I don't know if we're getting that, but hopefully we do, because these places are charging so much for hand sanitizer. University shuttles, buses, and vans will reduce ridership capacity and use decals to demarcate distancing. I don't know how they're going to allow social distancing on the Venom, because the Venom is already packed. Hopefully they'll get some different shuttles. I feel like they need more shuttles. Hopefully FAMU gets some money and they will invest in some better shuttles. Foot traffic and gatherings in university facilities and common spaces will be limited through reduced facility entrance and visitor restrictions. Visitors to university offices will be limited to those having a business purpose. Business visitors will be required to wear a face covering. So that's going to be very interesting to see, but this is for visitors. So our campus is going to be very light. I feel like they probably aren't going to be doing campus tours, but I feel like then again, no one coming to campus to see it because of the virus. So faculty, staff, and students are expected to participate in daily self-screening for COVID-19 symptoms and temperature checks at least once prior to leaving house each day, ideally throughout use of FAMU mobile app or alternative partnerships. A temperature and symptom log is available for those unable to access the app. Individuals who indicate the need for follow-up will be contacted by the Student Health Services. I feel like people personally aren't going to self-monitor. Also, because we're seeing that the symptoms aren't manifesting in younger people, I feel like temperature regulation should be required before entering the classroom. So I feel like they need to somehow get a plan that if you have an in-person class, that your temperature needs to be taken before you enter the class, because someone could be like, oh, well, I'm fine, like I feel fine, but they're really not fine. So employees are expected to disclose travel to and from geographic areas with significant community transmission. I feel like this should also be in place for students as well. We don't know who's been actually quarantined. I've been in the house, like I haven't been going anywhere. So I know that I'm not putting people at risk because I've been following the rules. But not everybody has been following the rules, and even in Tallahassee, people haven't been following the rules. So I feel like it needs to be disclosed. I feel like there needs to be more communication between administration and students. We need a designated COVID-19 team to be monitoring, be interacting with students, getting us information. Temperature and symptom checks will be also conducted for students participating in high contact university activities and functions. These groups include healthcare and educational students, research students, student athletes, resident advisors, and students engaged in external activities, including the Marching 100. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what university activities and functions will be held. They're not really saying. People have been talking about how homecoming is canceled, which it probably is because high the traffic is. So many people come for homecoming, students from other schools, alumni, just people, you know, who live in Florida, just random people. So yeah, locals. But yeah, I don't know. They're not really saying what they're doing as far as activities. But I mean, I'm not too worried about that. I guess I'm biased because I've already had my 2 years when things were normal. So I have seen, you know, the university activity. I've seen the functions, you know, and I don't feel like I'm really missing out. I just want to be back at school, back in my own space. University housing occupancy has reduced to 69% occupancy by converting all double rooms to a single room in our residence hall. So physical spacing signage will be visible on each bathroom door, indicating maximum occupancy at a time. Sampson, Young, and Gibbs with community bathrooms. Those facilities will make up 15% of all resident hall occupancy. Students will be educated on social distancing and health guidelines. Actually, this is like a blessing in disguise that FAMU Towers was built. But they have a new dorm, FAMU Towers, that they literally just built it. I guess they're making those singles, so I guess the freshmen are kind of lucking out. But then again, I guess they aren't feeling too lucky because of everything that's going on. They don't really get an experience. That's all that the email has stated. So I'm gonna go back to the 26 pages and just skim through it and see if anything that I see sticks out. So the town hall did talk about how the library and tutoring services will be open. So Coleman Library, that's our library on campus, they said it will be open, as well as tutoring services will be online and in person. Student engagement remains a centerpiece in the university's plan. So I guess that they're trying to implement, you know, ways for us to still have a normal experience, but also aware of transmission and reducing it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Resident hall staff will engage the residents in the floor agreement process to schedule shower time to adhere to social and physical distancing guidelines. That's so sad. That's like prison to me. All floor agreements will be adopted by the university housing. Oh my gosh. So sad. They should have implemented a different plan. I feel like life is so unpredictable when you schedule a shower. The Efferson Student Union activities and new student orientation will adhere to CDC guidelines for social and physical distancing when operating for the fall. Orientation will be conducted for incoming freshmen in the Al Lawson Multipurpose Center and Teaching Gymnasium and family members in Lee Hall Auditorium. Okay, so originally everyone would be in Lee Hall, but I guess because there's so many students, they're doing it at Al Lawson, so that way everyone can be spaced out, which makes sense. Welcome week will be conducted primarily virtual. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. They're doing virtual and in-person services during the fall semester. Campus visits and tours will be limited to individual family member groups of 10 or less to adhere to social and physical distancing guidelines. I mean that because they don't want to lose out on potential students, which I can understand, because at the end of the day, the university is still a business. You have to register for the tours like normal, and you will be provided with face coverings to ensure safety, and virtual sessions will be offered bi-weekly to prospective students, family members, and community organizations. Okay, I'm on page 20, so we're almost through all of it. Instructional framework. Okay, they said that the science laboratory courses will be offered face-to-face, but literally my labs are online, so I'm kind of confused what they talking about. I only have one class that's in person at the moment, and that's because I don't want to change the professor. They do have professors that are teaching a remote course. The professor I selected is the best for that class, so I will just have one class in person. Those C's, which are living learning communities, will do small group activities, but also Zoom activities. Definitely do an LLC if they offer it for your major. Definitely do it. I kind of slept on it, but my friends actually were in the LLC, so I kind of lived through them in a sense. Okay, so this is the conclusion. So it does say that Florida A&M University's operational plan for fall 2020 is a living document, allowing for flexibility and change as developments in the state and pandemic unfold. The university will execute a successful reopening with continued efforts from all members of the university as well as our local and statewide partners. I'm personally okay with the reopening plan, but I think that also has to do with me living off campus and me going into my junior year. I do like to be involved in things on campus. I do like to attend student events. I feel like it's just very good information to have, and I will link this below. Make sure if you're coming in the fall or if you're already a student enrolled, make sure you read the entire document. I think it will give you a better idea of how the university is planning to reopen. I feel better about it because there are a lot of things in place. There are so many what ifs, and once things start going and rolling, how will they stick to this plan? I just don't want there to be a reopening plan here in June, and then when September rolls around, they're not doing all the things they said they would be doing. So that concludes this video. I really just wanted to go over the reopening plan just because I am a FAMU student and I wanted to share this on another platform for potential students. Some people may not know about the FAMU coronavirus website, and they may not know about the documents all for this video, and I will be making more back to school videos. There's going to be a video every day this month, so be sure to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up so you won't miss out. Also, click that notification bell so you can be notified when I post my next back to school video. I will see you tomorrow in my next one. Bye.